Alright, so, like I stated before, the opposition is arguing that we should not put a ban on fracking as of right now. However, I am here to argue that that is definitely what we should be doing right now. Because, like I stated before, and like my opponent stated, they recognize the fact that eventually shale gas deposits will run out. And not only that, the backup that they said that was going to be available, that will also eventually run out. So, me and my partner are arguing on the side of renewable energy. Why do we have to use shale gas at this moment? Why is it a necessity? The opposition also states that shale gas and fracking creates jobs and it creates booms, which I can completely give that to them. I will completely secede that point that it will create jobs. However, I will actually break down the process of how it's going to give jobs. It's going to come to a town, it's going to take all of the shale gas deposits, leave, and all the people who have those jobs, they're jobless now. They don't go to the next site. Once they go to the next site, it goes on and on and on. This will eventually have to end and we'll be out of shale deposits, and my opposition won't be arguing for fossil fuels anymore. They're going to be on our side arguing for renewable energy when it is already too late. Now, the opposition also states that banning fracking would ruin the economy. Would ruin the economy. The economy of the United States would be ruined. Just for the simple fact that most of our country's wealth doesn't really come from oil. Yeah, it's a big part, but it's not a major part that contributes to the livelihood of the United States. The United States has one of the biggest military markets in the world. We have so many markets in our country that oil, especially when it's being sold to our own people, really it doesn't make any sense. Now, for the simple fact that most of my opponent's claims were not even met with any real sources. Like I stated with the whole ruining the economy and how oil contributes to 80%, shale gas deposits contribute to 80% of oil production. Now, my opponent tried to discredit the fact that windmill power can be useful to the United States, stating that tornadoes would tear it down. Well, what do you do when you run out of shale deposits? You move it to another site and build a whole nother site. So the fact that they were willing to build a whole entire new shale site and arguing that it's totally incomprehensible to make another windmill is completely bogus. And in addition, they leave a lot of their argument to how there is no, the only times that there are any spills is when it's left up to human error. Now, would you want to use that argument when it comes to nuclear energy? Of course not, because as we've seen from the Japan meltdown a couple years back, that killed people. And that actually, the impact on human life was very evident. We cannot just leave it up to reckless arguments stating that, oh, well, it was a mistake. A mistake is when your child dies because of this. A mistake, you're not going to think it's a mistake when someone you personally know is affected by it. Who gets poisoned by solar energy, windmill energy, and oceanic kinetic energy? That's right.